Chapter 5: Assassination Legacy. The assassination of President John F. Kennedy is one of the most significant and tragic events in modern American history. Here are the key details surrounding the assassination. President John F. Kennedy was assassinated on November 22, 1963 in Dallas, Texas. President Kennedy, along with his wife Jacqueline Kennedy, Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson, and Texas Governor John Connally rode in a motorcade through Dealey Plaza in Dallas. At approximately 12:30 p.m., shots were fired at the presidential motorcade as it passed through Dealey Plaza. Kennedy was struck by 2 bullets. President Kennedy was rushed to Parkland Hospital but was pronounced dead at 1 p.m. The Warren Commission, chaired by Chief Justice Earl Warren, was established to investigate the assassination. It concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald, acting alone, was the sole gunman responsible for Kennedy's death. Oswald was arrested but was shot and killed by nightclub owner Jack Ruby before he could stand trial. Despite the Warren Commission's conclusion, numerous conspiracy theories have persisted over the years, suggesting that there may have been more than one gunman involved in the assassination. These theories vary widely and implicate different individuals or groups. The assassination of President Kennedy had a profound impact on the United States. The nation entered a period of mourning, and the loss of the charismatic and youthful president left an indelible mark on the American psyche. Vice President Lyndon B. Johnson was sworn in as the 36th President of the United States on the same day as Kennedy's assassination. He inherited a nation in shock and faced the challenge of continuing Kennedy's legacy. Lee Harvey Oswald was the primary suspect in the assassination of President John F. Kennedy on November 22, 1963. Here are key details about Lee Harvey Oswald. Lee Harvey Oswald was born on October 18, 1939, in New Orleans, Louisiana. Oswald joined the United States Marine Corps in 1956. He served in various locations, including Japan and the Philippines. During this time, he became interested in Marxism. In 1959, Oswald left the Marine Corps and defected to the Soviet Union, expressing a desire to become a Soviet citizen. He lived in the Soviet Union for about 3 years, marrying Marina Prusakova, a Russian woman, during his stay. Oswald worked various jobs in the U.S., including at the Texas School Book Depository in Dallas, where he was employed at the time of the assassination. He was also involved in political activities, including pro-Castro and Marxist causes. In April 1963, Oswald was accused of attempting to assassinate General Edwin Walker, an anti-communist and segregationist. However, he was not initially apprehended for this incident. On the day of the assassination, Lee Harvey Oswald was working at the Texas School Book Depository. President Kennedy was shot and killed while riding in a motorcade through Dealey Plaza in Dallas. Within hours of the assassination, Oswald was arrested for the murder of a Dallas police officer, J.D. Tippit. He initially denied any involvement in both the assassination and the killing of Officer Tippit. While in police custody on November 24, 1963, Oswald was being transferred to the county jail. He was shot and killed by Jack Ruby, a nightclub owner, in the basement of the Dallas Police Department. Oswald died 2 days after the assassination. The official investigation, led by the Warren Commission, concluded that Oswald acted alone in assassinating President Kennedy. Despite the Warren Commission's findings, numerous conspiracy theories have persisted over the years, suggesting the possibility of a broader plot involving multiple individuals or groups. The motivations and circumstances surrounding Lee Harvey Oswald's actions remain the subject of speculation and debate, contributing to the enduring mystery and controversy surrounding the assassination of President John F. Kennedy. The assassination of President John F. Kennedy has been the subject of numerous conspiracy theories over the years. While the official investigation conducted by the Warren Commission concluded that Lee Harvey Oswald acted alone in killing Kennedy, skepticism and alternative theories have persisted. Some of the most common conspiracy theories include: one of the most pervasive conspiracy theories suggests that there were multiple gunmen involved in the assassination. Some theories propose that shots came from the grassy knoll on Dealey Plaza in addition to the Texas School Book Depository where Lee Harvey Oswald was situated. Some theories allege that the Central Intelligence Agency, CIA, was involved in the assassination. Claims range from the CIA orchestrating the plot to being aware of it but not preventing it. Another theory implicates organized crime, specifically the mafia, in the assassination. It is suggested that the mafia was unhappy with Kennedy's administration and had a motive to eliminate him. Some theories propose that anti-Castro Cubans, angered by Kennedy's perceived failure in the Bay of Pigs invasion and Cuban Missile Crisis, may have played a role in the assassination. There are theories suggesting that Lyndon B. Johnson, who became president after Kennedy's death, was involved in the plot to eliminate his predecessor. Motives include political gain and a desire for power. Some conspiracy theories assert that Lee Harvey Oswald was a patsy and did not act alone. The idea is that he was set up to take the blame for a broader conspiracy. Claims of withheld or altered evidence are common in conspiracy theories. Some believe that key information has been kept secret to protect individuals or organizations involved in the alleged conspiracy. Another theory suggests that elements within the military-industrial complex orchestrated the assassination, as Kennedy was seen as a threat to their interests due to his pursuit of détente with the Soviet Union. The presence of the so-called umbrella man in Dealey Plaza, who opened an umbrella as Kennedy's motorcade passed by, has led to various conspiracy theories. Some suggest that this individual signaled the shooters or was involved in the plot. Some conspiracy theories assert that government agencies, including the FBI and CIA, were involved in a cover-up to hide the true circumstances of Kennedy's assassination. Despite the extensive investigations and the official conclusion of the Warren Commission, these conspiracy theories have persisted over the years, fueled by gaps in information, inconsistencies, and public distrust. The continued interest in the Kennedy assassination has led to numerous books, documentaries, and investigations seeking to uncover the truth behind one of the most tragic events in U.S. history. The funeral of President John F. Kennedy was a somber and historic event that took place in the aftermath of his assassination on November 22, 1963, in Dallas, Texas. Here are key details about the funeral. President Kennedy's funeral was a state funeral, a rare honor reserved for heads of state and other distinguished figures. Kennedy's death triggered a period of national mourning. In the days following the assassination, the nation came to a virtual standstill as people mourned the loss of the charismatic young president. The funeral service was held on November 25, 1963, at St. Matthew's Cathedral in Washington, D.C. It was attended by dignitaries, world leaders, and foreign dignitaries. Following the funeral service, a horse-drawn caisson carried Kennedy's flag-draped casket from the cathedral to Arlington National Cemetery. President Kennedy was laid to rest at Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia. His gravesite overlooks the city of Washington, D.C. Jacqueline Kennedy, the First Lady, chose to have an eternal flame installed at Kennedy's gravesite. The flame symbolizes the enduring spirit and legacy of the fallen president. The funeral was not only a national event but also drew global attention. Leaders and representatives from around the world attended or sent condolences. The funeral procession received a symbolic salute from foreign leaders such as French President Charles de Gaulle, who famously stood beside Jacqueline Kennedy during the ceremony. The image of John F. Kennedy Jr. saluting his father's casket remains one of the most poignant and iconic photographs from the funeral. Millions of Americans watched the funeral on television, sharing in the grief of the Kennedy family and the nation. The funeral of John F. Kennedy left a lasting impact on the collective memory of the United States. It marked the end of an era and the beginning of a period of reflection on Kennedy's legacy and the ideals he represented. The funeral of President Kennedy was a solemn and deeply emotional event that captured the hearts of the American people and the world. It remains a significant moment in U.S. history, symbolizing the loss of a charismatic leader and the end of an era often referred to as Camelot. Chapter 6: Legacy and Memorials. The legacy of John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States, is complex and multifaceted. Kennedy's presidency, which was tragically cut short by his assassination in 1963, left a lasting impact on the nation and the world. Here are key aspects of Kennedy's legacy. Kennedy's youthful exuberance, charisma, and oratorical skills inspired a sense of hope and optimism among Americans. His famous speeches, including the inaugural address and the New Frontier speech, are remembered for their idealism and call to public service. Kennedy is remembered for his ambitious goal of landing an American on the moon before the end of the 1960s. This vision led to the Apollo program and the historic Apollo 11 moon landing in 1969, fulfilling Kennedy's dream. Although Kennedy's initial approach to civil rights was cautious, his administration took steps to advance the cause. His support for civil rights legislation laid the groundwork for subsequent legislative efforts, including the Civil Rights Act of 1964. Kennedy faced Cold War challenges, including the Cuban Missile Crisis, where his measured and diplomatic approach helped avert a nuclear conflict. He also introduced the concept of flexible response, moving away from the reliance on massive retaliation. Kennedy aimed to strengthen ties with Latin American countries through the Alliance for Progress. The initiative provided economic aid to promote development and counteract the spread of communism in the region. The Kennedy administration negotiated the Limited Test Ban Treaty in 1963, signaling a step toward arms control. The treaty prohibited nuclear weapons testing in the atmosphere, outer space, and underwater. The term New Frontier encapsulated Kennedy's domestic agenda, emphasizing progress and reform. It included initiatives in areas such as education, healthcare, and economic development. Kennedy established the Peace Corps in 1961, encouraging young Americans to engage in international service. The program has endured and continues to send volunteers around the world. Kennedy and First Lady Jacqueline Kennedy played a significant role in promoting the arts and culture. Their support for the arts contributed to the establishment of the National Endowment for the Arts and the National Endowment for the Humanities. Kennedy's assassination had a profound impact on the American psyche. The Camelot myth cultivated by Jacqueline Kennedy added to the romanticized and idealized image of the Kennedy presidency. Kennedy's presidency marked the dawn of the television era in American politics. His televised debates with Richard Nixon during the 1960 election were pivotal in shaping modern political campaigns. The circumstances surrounding Kennedy's assassination have fueled enduring conspiracy theories and speculation about what might have been, adding to the mystique of his legacy. John F. Kennedy's legacy continues to be the subject of historical analysis, debate, and public fascination. His presidency is often remembered as a symbol of both promise and tragedy, and his ideals continue to shape discussions about American leadership and public service. The primary memorial dedicated to John F. Kennedy is the John F. Kennedy Presidential Library and Museum, located in Boston, Massachusetts. This institution serves as both a museum and a research library, commemorating the life and legacy of the 35th President of the United States. Here are key details about the memorial. The John F. Kennedy Presidential Library and Museum is situated on a 10-acre waterfront site in the Dorchester neighborhood of Boston, overlooking the city skyline and Boston Harbor. The library was designed by architect I.M. Pei and opened to the public on October 20, 1979. The building is known for its distinctive modernist architecture, featuring a 115-foot-high glass pavilion. The museum houses a collection of artifacts, documents, photographs, and audiovisual materials related to John F. Kennedy's life and presidency. Exhibits cover various aspects of Kennedy's life, including his early years, political career, the Cuban Missile Crisis, the space race, and his vision for a new frontier. The museum provides visitors with an immersive experience, including multimedia presentations, interactive displays, and recreations of key moments in Kennedy's presidency. The museum hosts special exhibitions that explore specific themes or aspects of Kennedy's life and times. These exhibitions often draw on the extensive archival resources available at the library. The John F. Kennedy Library includes a research library that is open to the public. Researchers and scholars can access a vast collection of documents, manuscripts, and records related to Kennedy's presidency and the broader political and historical context. The John F. Kennedy Library Foundation, in association with the library, annually presents the Profile in Courage Award. This award honors individuals who have demonstrated political courage in the spirit of Kennedy's 1957 Pulitzer Prize-winning book, Profiles in Courage. While not part of the John F. Kennedy Presidential Library and Museum, it's worth noting that Kennedy's grave site at Arlington National Cemetery features an eternal flame, The flame symbolizes the enduring legacy of the fallen president. The John F. Kennedy Presidential Library and Museum stands as a tribute to the life, achievements, and vision of President Kennedy. It provides a comprehensive and educational experience for visitors seeking to understand the historical and cultural impact of his presidency. Conclusion. In conclusion, our journey through the life and legacy of John F. Kennedy has been both inspiring and thought-provoking. From his early years and family background to his rise in politics, Kennedy's story is one of resilience, vision, and leadership. We explored the pivotal moments of his presidency, such as the Cuban Missile Crisis, the commitment to space exploration, and his contributions to civil rights. Kennedy's tragic assassination in 1963 marked the end of a promising era, leaving a void in American politics and society. Yet, his legacy endures through initiatives like the Peace Corps, advancements in the space program, and the enduring call to public service encapsulated in his famous words, "Ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country." As we reflect on Kennedy's impact, let us remember the ideals of optimism, courage, and public service that he championed. The John F. Kennedy Presidential Library and Museum stands as a living testament to his enduring legacy, inviting us to explore, learn, and draw inspiration from the life of a president who left an indelible mark on the nation and the world. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of John F. Kennedy's remarkable journey. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content on English learning and captivating stories. Until next time, stay curious and keep learning.